Alrighty. So for this project, I'm looking through Bethesda's social media presence and looking at their transmedia content. So for starters, I wanted to start with their website here. Typical hiring page, overview, games, location, contact. They have a few other websites for like hiring, and I think their newsletter has one as well. So that's where you can find more general content for Bethesda if you're a really committed fan. But I'm focused on their social media today. So a lot of their pen stuff. Let's see how many followers they have. 1.2 million. Okay, not bad, but not great for Bethesda's scale either. Lots of stuff around Indiana Jones, so travel. Let's look at this actually. So the copy indicates this bike belongs to the museum, but it can belong to us. We've teamed up with Bethesda, an official title broker, to celebrate our giant DLC expansion for Indiana Jones. That is something they're really focused on. I believe something else that they're focused on is like doing continued updates for Starfield, and they are also greenlighting Fallout 5, which is concerned for Elder Scrolls 6, but that's unrelated. Yeah, just lots of stuff around Indiana Jones. They're really hammering that one. They've been doing this all summer. Over in Twitter as well, 2.4. Okay, so getting better. A lot of their stuff, so things that they post is this. It was September 13th and 729 likes, 161k impressions. Not the worst. Let's take a look at some of the comments. The first person places consequence. Some people aren't happy. Yeah, some people from Bethesda got involved in recent events and people are not happy about it. Scumbag. Ugh, yikes. Yeah, they're not happy on Twitter right now. I think a lot of their social media presence. This is actually part of the problem with their social media presence, is that developers and team members will get involved in people's backlash, whether it be a game or contemporary events. And I think if you are going to work at Bethesda, you should probably not speak for them or represent them on contemporary events, nor should your developers screenshot complaints and then share said complaints and indicate why they're wrong. I think their Twitter presence needs a lot of work, but Bethesda seems to want to double down on it. Yep, there's more on it. I don't really know how they're going to get around that one. Let's take a look at their YouTube channel. So Bethesda Softworks official channel, 2.8 million subscribers. Most recent video, let's take a look at those. Doom the Dark Ages, official full cinematic 11 days ago. Let's see, 87k. Fallout 76, 108k. Bethesda Studios Developer Spotlight, Tim Lamb, 59k. So a lot of Indiana Jones stuff. This is where you get a little bit more content, like full cinematic cutscenes with Doom. Still Fallout 76 stuff, but yeah. So what does this tell us about Bethesda and what's going on in their world? I think they really need a PR guy. I think they really need at least a social media manager and someone to give team members some PR training. I think if you want to speak about anything, you're allowed to, but I don't think that you should really represent a entire company where other people are going to have certain events. Other people are pretty hyperbolic about it, but during my research this past week, I found that Bethesda developers have gotten involved in recent events, and it's a huge mess for them. So I think if they're going to get involved in that, they need some sort of comms rep, some sort of PR, something. I looked on the career page. They don't have much of that either, but they are hurting right now. People really aren't happy with them. Maybe they have one at ZeniMax or Microsoft, but someone who really understands that studio should probably be there and managing their social media page and giving content to people that want to learn about games and play games and kind of escape reality, which should be the point of this industry. And I think Bethesda's kind of lost on that, where fun is kind of the point, and they don't really have anyone to communicate why they're fun, is my general consensus of it.